I'm Jacob.
I'm Yuri.
And we're going for a drive.
'24 Porsche 911.
Dakar with rally launch control mode. In the dirt.
Oh my God. Go, go, go. Horsepower and torque.
473 horsepower, 420 pound-feet of torque from a 3-liter twin-turbo 6-cylinder boxer engine. I'm surprised you didn't say, Samir, you break the car.
Sammy, you will wreck the car. We will not finish.
You can't break this thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it right from the beginning of the video. This is the best Porsche ever made. This is my favorite Porsche of all time.
I'm gonna fight you on that later, but let's get into what this actually is. It is a lifted 911 GTS that you can't buy because there's only 2,500 made. They've all been allocated for, and we got a cool cigarette company livery on it.
Yes, so it says Rough Roads because this is an homage to the 80s version of this car, which was sponsored by Rothmans, a cigarette company.
Yeah.
So Rough Roads is a really good marketing version of
Yeah, they killed it.
Rothmans.
And we got the matching plates, so shout out Porsche Canada. They always do cool stuff like that.
And shout out Porsche Canada and Porsche in general for having one of these available for us to drive, because they don't really need to, honestly. And I'm so glad that they did, because I wasn't that excited about this car. I didn't really care about people safariing their 911s. I was like, okay, why would you do that? I fully understand. I regret my decision from before. I love this car. This is my favorite 911 of all time, and I'm gonna keep saying that throughout this video, even over a GT3 or a GT3 RS.
Because like the first thing I did when this rolled up in my driveway, drive across my grass.
Exactly.
I love off-roady car stuff. Okay, cliche corner.
Cliche
Cliche
I'm gonna
corner.
put it into sport mode, and let's see. Oh, dude.
This does not feel like an off-roady. This feels like a normal car.
It does understeer just because of these tires, and I can't blame
little
it.
floaty.
But it makes it fun. Like, I feel like I'm on a rally course. Like, I had a Subaru WRX. This is peak Subaru WRX STI because it's a boxer engine, it's a 911, it's a rally version.
So the reason I was always stoked on this, like the Local Motors Rally Eye or Rally or whatever, Rally
Fighter.
whatever that is, that was like one of the coolest cars I thought when I was like younger. And I always loved the off-road stuff. I love Matt Farah's Safari 911 builds. I think that is just cool. I know there's a guy doing like 996 911
Yeah,
Safaris.
there's tons.
I love all this stuff.
And now I do as well. This is the best.
I take this over like off-roady pickup trucks. Like Raptor, I'm like, nah, off-road car,
See,
yes.
that's why I love this, because it's like a Raptorized version of a car for me.
So I think the most important thing now is to decide between us which is the coolest livery or paint job to get for the rich guys who already got these.
The one that we're driving with, Yuri.
100%, because there's like a Martini one, there's a couple other ones that are based off actual cars that raced.
Yep.
And then there's like a black version or like a greenish gray version, and like, yo, if you don't have a livery, that does nothing for me.
Yeah, you can get this fully looking like a regular 911 just with the body cladding and lift, but this is the one to get. Everyone stares at this thing. By the way,
It's like 20,000 bucks.
this is a supercar. I'm just gonna say it, the level of attention that you get driving this, for me, was a little bit embarrassing at first, but I got used to it. I'm like, hell yeah.
More than any other car I've ever driven.
Ever.
And then would you go roof rack or no roof rack? Because personally, I like the clean lines with no roof rack.
I would go roof rack just because of the integrated LED light bar, because it's the coolest thing. You press this button up here and you just shine your brights at everybody, which you're not supposed to do on the road, but we're showing you what it looks like.
Yeah, I think it looks cooler without, and then maybe add some big fat mud flaps.
Yeah, and Porsche apparently does have mud flaps as an option available for this.
You know why? Another reason I think this is the best spec?
What?
The white wheels.
Yeah, which never stay white, by the way. I tried
Doesn't
articulating
matter.
it once.
Dirty white wheels are also cool. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. What would be the Continental recommended tire if you would drive this all winter?
Well, we're getting into winter very soon, so the Viking Contact 7, because yeah, you could drive this thing daily throughout the entire year, and that is what I would recommend everybody to do, because this is the coolest car on planet Earth from Porsche. I'm gonna say that.
Unless you get the carbon buckets, in which case your back is gonna kill. Get the sport, get normal seats, please, for the love of God.
Yes, the only fault of this entire spec is just not getting the comfort seats.
Like, I'm sure this is great in the desert. Looks like Matt Farah had a great time.
Yeah.
But,
And my back is actually feeling really, really good. Leg day, back day was yesterday, so like my back's really strong, so I'm okay with these seats. Would I like the regular seats? Absolutely.
yeah, my sciatica's not having the best day. And then last thing with the looks, do you like the wing?
Yes, the wing is like a turbo wing, sort of.
It suits it. And we got the cool X-style headlights when they're on full headlight mode.
And then the roof rack also has our water and gas canisters and our shovel and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's cool to have that stuff. I feel like a bit of a Volkswagen guy, though. You know, like Volkswagen guys always have that stuff on roof racks, like
I don't think they have. I think they have bicycles, not actual stuff.
Yeah. And then you can also get an optional tent accessory for this as well. Okay, but I love this thing. Favorite looking 911, perfect spec. Let's get into what's different. Obviously from a GTS. This is it's got a suspension lift, and then we also have a further suspension lift. If we press this button, it'll also automatically lift in off-road mode. And it's not an air suspension system. It's like Porsche's nose lift system.
Like hydraulic?
Yeah, so it's fully hydraulic, but on all four corners, so it actually lifts pretty quickly. It's really nice. And it's a little bit floaty on the highway in the highest mode for obvious reasons, but it's totally fine.
It's worth it. It's less floaty than steering from bad BMWs.
Yes, that is true. And then in addition to off-road mode, we also have rally mode. So when I launched the car in the beginning of the video, that was in rally mode, which actually gives you 1,000 RPM less than in sport mode, which I hope you're going to launch it in. And then obviously a bunch of suspension changes. And we also have a GT3 frunk, which is a carbon fiber one. So overall, this actually barely weighs any more than a GTS model.
Yeah, that's the coolest part. I guess with the carbon fiber buckets too, right? If you get like
Yeah.
normal seats. You know what? I'd rather have a heavier, more comfortable one though.
Yeah, and then there is also an optional carbon roof that you can get for this as well. If you get this paint option, you probably can't get the carbon roof, I imagine.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because they're all already spec'd out and sent out and everyone's enjoying them. We're just happy to go along for the ride and have the best job ever.
This is the best. All right, Yuri, you get in here and launch this thing.
Launch control.
In sport mode.
God damn!
Wow.
Every time we let off the throttle, dust comes out of like, I think, exhaust or intake.
Yeah, and that's from when we picked it up, not from when we went down that gravel road.
I think it was from the press event.
Yes.
Baby.
Okay, so you did that in sport mode, which is obviously meant for the road. Rally is meant for gravel roads. That's why the launch RPM is lower, because that prioritizes the all-wheel drive system into kind of like a rear-biased fun mode for like drifting, and it'll actually change what the anti-roll bars are doing. And then off-road is for like sand dunes and rock crawling and stuff like that. So it's meant for like lower speed stuff.
And it's got rear steer as well.
Yeah, which is really nice.
This is like the total package. And you can't get it in a manual, but like I fully understand. Like
Whatever,
I'm
at
happy
this
with
point.
the gimmicks for how they are. And the PDK, nice.
Yeah, 8-speed. So quick.
I feel like just leave it in auto.
Dude,
it's like the 1911, I can leave in auto and not care. Okay, but you were saying this is your favorite one.
Yes.
Fight
me.
I'll fight you with Speedster,
Okay.
GT2 RS.
Those are very extremely valid points.
Those ones I would have to take over this, even though this is like the coolest.
Yes.
Because it's like I could create as much fun for myself with like one of the companies that makes like recreations, like the 996 one of this.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get that out of like any other old 911.
See, and I wouldn't want a recreated one because something would just be off about it. This from the factory is perfect. Now, if I was going to nitpick and make my own perfect one, it would be a manual with the GT3 in this. But that doesn't exist.
Okay, but if it was a GT3 motor, you'd have to like rev it all the time. It's so nice just having that power right away in this.
This is very torquey, but I would want the car to be worse.
Have they even hooked that up to an all-wheel drive system yet?
I don't think so, actually.
Yeah, you're asking for a lot then for,
I am.
for a raised 911.
Yeah. Okay, cliche corner, how's it doing? You're in rally mode.
Just feels like slightly trickier 911.
Yes, but still 911 like. It's like still pointed, nose in.
It's still the perfect easy option.
I know.
You know what? The not perfect, maybe difficult option.
Huracan Sterrato!
Woo!
Yeah.
We might know about that soon, but we might not.
Yeah, so it's got a V10 and it's an off-road version of the Huracan just like this, so it's its sister, and I mean V10 alone, I think I might have to go with that one. I might have to.
That's what I'm saying.
But this, okay, so the Huracan does not have an equivalent good-looking livery like this does.
That is true.
So looks-wise, I still think this is better.
No Huracan has looked as good as this particular spec.
Yes. Even the STO, like I still think this is perfect.
Before I do an off-road launch, find an off-road vehicle you'd love to drive on tsp.truecar.com.
Discounted price offers.
Because you probably won't find this one there.
Probably not.
Oh, that feels so wrong. Oh my God. How does this thing hook up so well on dirt?
Dude, it's amazing. Like, this is such a perfect car.
When I first got in here, this interior, the white accents, blew my mind.
Yeah, so this has the extended package as well. We've got an Alcantara dash with blue stitching, which looks really cool, but considering this is like a dirt model, this might be kind of difficult to clean.
I would like back seats in this.
Yeah, but Porsche says in their marketing materials that you wouldn't rally with 4 people, which is true.
I just want to
They
be,
got
I
it.
just want to be able to put stuff back there.
And like having the nice, comfortable, soft seats in here.
Yeah,
oh,
but
man.
you know what? These seats do hold you in. Like
They do.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I get everything. Okay.
Yes. And then this one's numbered, so you can see 1270 of 2500 or Von 2500.
Let us know, whoever buys that eventually, what are you doing with it? And Porsche, if you would sell it to us, we will buy it.
Yes, I've never wanted to buy a press car as badly as this one before.
I would take this over a Z06.
I think I would too. This is so cool.
Okay,
Yeah, let's test these things.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, fail.
Supercar pass.
I actually don't want to buy this anymore. Yeah.
And fits a small cup just fine. In
Yeah,
our
barely.
Removable cup holder.
Because it has the really hard grips that pops out the
No,
coffee.
even more of a supercar
Exactly.
pass.
And then we got carbon fiber, because we got the carbon fiber buckets, we got the carbon fiber GT3 front.
Supercar pass.
Yes, and look at this textured roof liner. Like, this is interesting.
I like it. I like it.
And then if this
Oh! Yuri driving half on gravel, half on road test.
Oh, dude, it's great. Feels like nothing.
Didn't feel a thing.
Nothing at all. If you blindfolded me, I would have thought we were on the smoothest road ever. And then if these interior handles were like a gloss white, this would look like a toilet, but because they're like this ceramic, they're perfect.
Yeah, very not toilet.
And then we also have the clock face in white to match like the white face. This is such a perfect spec.
Yeah, and everything else is normal 911. They just like,
Yeah.
yo, can you just offer this to like normal stuff?
Yes. Okay. Porsche, we have a proposition for you. Make a GTS model, add maybe $15,000, and make it an off-road model instead of how much this costs and how limited it is. Make it a regular production car.
Don't even have adjustable ride height. Just keep it high.
Exactly.
Come on, please.
Yes.
Please, for the love of God. This is the
Yeah.
best, and I want everyone to enjoy it.
I know.
It is,
Yeah.
We're lucky to be able to drive it, but we want everyone to.
And let's take a listen to the outside for everyone.
And I assume you're going to get a lot of dust while you're doing Dakar things in this, right?
Absolutely.
Dakar.
Yes,
You're
if
actually
you're
not
British.
supposed to pronounce the R.
Okay.
So you should probably get a set of TuxMat.
Yeah,
for 911 Dakar.
Go to TuxMat.com/TheStraightPipes to make sure that you have a clean interior.
So with all that out of the way, let's get to the price that the 2,500 people who are lucky enough to buy one already paid.
So this one starts at $247,200.
Canadian.
And as we drive into the dirt, this is $293,710.
Off-road mode. You know,
man.
cool. Great price. I think totally worth it. And,
I mean, it should be half the price, which would be the best thing that Porsche could ever do.
Yeah, I mean, whatever though. Honestly, we're just happy to drive it.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. My favorite car from Porsche of all time. And I'm going to keep saying from Porsche because I do love some other cars a lot.
This just, it feels so weird to be able to just drive on dirt.
Yeah, like
in
we're
a
driving
car
through a
and
field.
not care.
Exactly. We're going through a field right now and it's totally fine. As the 360 camera comes up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.
I gotta avoid that log.
Yeah, there's a
I
big
don't
log
want to try
there.
that.